Late as always, Professor.
It can't be.
But what else would one expect from Navarra's most eminent meddler?
Johanna Hesenkos.
You've met?
Oh, the Professor and I have known each other for ages. But only one of us realized the Watchers are no place for a mage with ambition.
She's just trying to needle you.
Johanna always did make a sport of it.
Resentful prattling from the one left behind.
No. The stone knife in that lantern could permanently tear open the Fade here.
Correct. Only the foolhardy would shed blood near it in this state. So, let the Watchers mourn your pathetic death in the Fade, Emmerich Volkaren. Those that are left after my return.
No. What is she planning?
Emmerich, we okay to fight?
Yes, Johanna took the lantern away.
What did Hesenkos do to that spirit?
I'll try freeing it, but I fear the worst. Nothing. The spirit, its essence, is gone. Johanna's trapped it in her lantern.
Then let's find her. There's no... way out.
What do we do now?
The Fade always provides a way forward. We only need to search for it.
Then let's get looking. A candle. This wasn't here before.
Now, let me think. We're in a receptive eddy of the Fade, and since Johanna's spirit summoning has already focused its mana, do you recall the ritual we performed in the Grand Necropolis? Concentrate on that memory.
You mean when we were lighting candles?
Find some more, and we can use them to leave this place.
not seeing any more candles.
I'll summon a guide.
Hello. Can you help me find a candle here? Here's that last candle.
Excellent. Place them on the pedestals, if you would. We drift upon the... Let them form a new configuration. And with that... let's get back to the real world. We must find Johanna once we're out of here. This rift in the Fade will lie open until we deal with her.
You insufferable nuisances! How did you get out so quickly?
Where's Hezenkas's voice coming from?
The Hand of Glory resonates. It's pointing to the main hall.
Let's go.
I can feel Johanna summoning hostile spirits. That portal into the Fade won't close until we defeat them.
But we still can't attack Hezenkas herself while she's holding that lantern?
The entire countryside would be torn apart in a maelstrom.
So you crawled your way out of the Fade?
It's not difficult for those who treat spirits better than tools to an end, Johanna.
Sentimental drivel. You may have stopped my work here, but Navarra City will know its new ruler.
What, you going to lecture us to death now?
I'll not explain myself to one of Volkaren's hangers-on. Though the professor clearly avoided mentioning his old colleague in exile.
We made every attempt to bring you to reason.
I gave you every chance to join me instead of whining endlessly about your mortality. But I must thank you for returning something dear to me. Lovely to have my hand back. I'd exchanged it with the Venatori for some favors after entering this condition.
Johanna, what have you done?
What you never had the courage to.
not... Hang her on.
Johanna's escaped again!
Want to tell me why she has no eyes?
Afterwards, Roman.
Not bad.
It's over. Emmerich, still sense anything wrong?
We were successful. Johanna's magic no longer changed the spirits, and the Fade is still.
Great. Okay. But let's talk back at the lighthouse.
At least we freed those spirits from their suffering. Shall we depart?
Let me take one last look around.
Shall we depart?
Let's get back to the lighthouse.
Gladly. Oh, the Song of the Chambers won't have anything on what Johanna's... Perhaps the Waking Scrolls? No. Manfred, have you seen the Fellmarch manuscript?
You and Manfred need an extra pair of eyes for whatever this is?
I suppose it's time I explained this mess. Johanna Hesenkos was a watcher. She was banished for embracing the darker paths of our art. Forbidden magic, blood sacrifice, nothing is beyond her if it leads to power, recognition, or both.
It sounded like you knew her before all that.
We were friends, once.
If it helps, you've got someone who cares right next to you.
That's very dear of you, but I'll be fine.
It's so cute how you're such a bad liar.
Things used to be much better between Johanna and me. She truly was brilliant, and we got on so well as students. We partnered on papers, rituals, research. Yet even then, Johanna considered the Watcher's oaths quaint. This isn't the first time we've crossed paths since she was exiled, but now I fear she's turned herself partly undead.
Even after what she's done, I feel a little bad for her.
Well, undeath isn't always a disadvantage. But yes, you saw Johanna's Lantern of Unwilling Souls. A necromancer could create monstrous undead with that much stolen life.
Hezenkos was yelling a lot about conquering Navarra City.
We must stop her, Rook. Thank you, Manfred. Quite right. The Order's knowledge will see us through.
Hezenkos had been stopped. For now. But she had big plans for Navarra. City conquering, new ruler plans. And while she had some regrets about long-lost friendships, she knew her greatest invention was going to bring down the house.
The fortress of Weishaupt was a bastion against the Blight for hundreds of years. Now, simply gone.
Dweller, an invitation has manifested to the Black Emporium in Docktown. The antiquarian there is stagnant and stubborn, but he offers forgotten treasures for those in need. An archdemon falls, a god remains. Fear not, Dweller. Success is forged by time.
Hey, Rook. Come to stare into the fire? I've heard that helps people think. Can't say I've had luck with it.
I need to focus.
Davrin, doing some renovations?
Building a trophy cabinet. The figures I'm carving.
You know that won't save them from Asan.
I had to rescue the latest piece of what I was working on from his beak. I'm carving a Tosh figure. She'll fight the other monsters, and then oops, guess that her luck was too much to handle there, Tosh. Time to call a Grey Warden.
Really?
No, there's no wood in the world strong enough to carve her temper. Listen, Rook. A warden has to figure out what they want in their life. So tell me, do you see us headed anywhere together? Or is it a hopeless chase?
It's been fun, but I don't want to lead you down the wrong path.
Too bad. But thanks for a straight answer.
No hard feelings?
No, we're good.
Thanks. I didn't mean to mess up your day.
You didn't. My mind's already on planning the design for my next piece anyhow.
Maybe you could carve the rest of us.
Maybe. It might be good to carve the people still around, once this is all over.
So when you're making those carvings, if your leader just happened to look a little taller...
I don't measure them to scale, Rook.
All right, all right. I'll see you around.
Hey, Tosh. How are you doing? I know you were unhappy after, what happened at Weishaupt.
It's fine. I'm fine.
Okay. It's just that you seemed kind of not fine.
We lost at Weishaupt. I didn't want to talk about feelings. I wanted to go punch some darkspawn so we could stop losing.
I guess I understand that. But your feelings are worth talking about.
I know, but it's work. I didn't want to do work. I wanted to punch darkspawn. That's what makes me feel better.
I'm sure we'll have the chance to punch more darkspawn soon.
Huh. Thanks.
You're still working?
Just finishing some things up. You know you're being creepy, right? Why are you watching me?
Because you haven't been sleeping, and I wanted to figure out why.
Oh, right. I have dreams now. When I go to sleep, I mean.
I thought dwarves didn't dream.
We're not supposed to. I didn't before. It's unnerving. It's like my mind's telling a story to itself and is really bad at it.
Sometimes I have these dreams where I'm naked.
What?
And I have to make a speech or go to battle, and I have no pants on. It's distressing.
Yeah, that would be. I haven't had that particular dream. These days, I just dream I'm being chased, hunted. There's something that glows red, just out of my sight, and I know it's gonna get me, but I don't know how I know.
Would it help if I was there?
Oh, I couldn't bother you like that.
But please do.
You realize you just offered to be with me all night while I sleep.
Well, yeah. I mean, yes. That is what I offered.
Rook.
You go.
Is there something happening between us? I'm not just imagining things, am I?
I think there's something. And I kinda like it.
Me too. I never wanted to say it because I didn't want things to get awkward.
No, it's still pretty awkward. We just need to keep at it until we push through to the other side.
Hey, guess what? I'm not thinking about my bad dreams anymore.
Suddenly feel tired.
Oh, of course. Right, I'm not the only one who's not sleeping. We could continue this in the morning?
I can't wait.
It just appeared overnight. I swear on Andraste.
Have you tried zestfish on the other side of the city? Usually separate places.
It seems like a lot of work, making corpses walk around.
The effort involved varies depending on the deceased.
I meant that it creates work. People to watch the undead, people to build the necropolis, gardeners to tend to the grounds, tailors to make all the fancy clothes for skeletons, jewelers. The grand necropolis. It keeps Navarra afloat, doesn't it? Through wars and blights and disasters.
It's been our bulwark for... Oh, you mean fiscally? Yes, I suppose.
Like Antiva and the Crows. You start where we leave off.
Did you get the books? I left them on your desk.
Yes, thank you.
Here it is. The Black Emporium.
We have company! Urchin! Where is that urchin? Oh, don't tell me I've misplaced another one. No matter.
This message. You're connected to the other candle hop we met.
bite. All right. There's something knotted up in there. And if you're waiting for me to look at you different, hate to disappoint. No, that's a lie. I enjoy it.
I think I want to say thank you, but I'm not sure.
I get that.
Careful with that.
But of course.
It's the only lead I've got.
My dear Davron, I'll be as careful with this cloth as if it were burial silk from the Storm Age. And this will be so instructive for Manfred. Ah, Rook, just in time.
Need some help?
Give it a minute. We'll see. That piece of cloth I tore off the Gloom Howler back at the cauldron still has some of its blood on it.
And now, through the application of necromancy, perfected by the Morn Watch through years of meticulous...
Yeah, we're trying to figure out what the Gloom Howler is.
Rather, discern its nature.
How?
By setting it on fire?
Patience. To discern, one must sometimes destroy. Ah, yes, of course. How interesting.
What is it?
It says this was elven blood. This was a person.
What? But it howls.
A corrupted person. Not always a monster. And something else. Deathsel. I'm unfamiliar with the meaning.
An elven word for covenant. Like a promise or a blood oath. I think I get it. An elf who took a vow, then gets blighted. An elf who knew about griffins and warden's secrets.
Almost as if...
It was a warden.
Hunting a monster is one thing, but a warden gone bad? What will it do to the griffins?
It kept talking about saving them. Something else is going on here. I'll put out the word, call in favors, see who might know more. But thanks for your help, Emmerich. You, discerned well.
My pleasure.
Meet me in Ravane? I've got sparring practice with the lords, and I could use the sea air. So could you.
Sparring? The beach? Now you're talking.
All right, then. I'll see you soon. feels like home.
I need some time for now. Maybe later.
Is something wrong, Tosh?
I got out a frying pan. Was gonna make something to eat. Just can't remember what.
Oh, are you worried that you're forgetting because of magic?
No, this happens all the time. Didn't even think I was hungry.
The Wardens may rebuild, but the loss to the Order is incalculable.
They were here, but it's been a while. Fire's cold. Tracks are mostly gone. So where'd they go?
We won't know if we stand around here. Let's look around.
Right. Probably in the ruins. Their supplies are still here. Still, I don't know. Something feels... Rook? Let's be careful. Very, very careful.
Right. That looks a lot like the Fade tears we saw when Solus was doing his ritual.
But we can walk through these.
Is that safe?
It's the only way across, so I hope so.
The why is a little less important than taking care of this quickly.
Right. Quickly.
Lara, are you all right?
I don't know.
They're attacking from afar!
Veil jumpers definitely came through here. Ynnarl. Hamuel? Melora. Oh, pretty recently, too. But there's something else. A little older and weirdly familiar. Where do I know that from? I'm on it. We'll have to cross here. Just, don't look down. It's, well, a long way to the ground.
Over there.
Oh, time again? Great. Ready for a follow-up. one with them.
Difficult to deal with? Not impossible.
Something's wrong with that rage.
More agitated than usual. Take it down and worry about the why after.
Got it. Ranged incoming. Rage demon. It smelled like tin. Like the aftermath of powerful magic.
So what does...
that mean? It means we hurry.